In 2025, Michael J. Fox stands as a powerful symbol of resilience. Once a teen idol and comedy icon, his battle with Parkinson's has defined a courageous new chapter. As he faces challenges like memory loss, he remains surrounded by the love of his wife and 4 children. From his private residences to his enduring wealth and legacy, this is the remarkable life of Michael J. Fox. Then and now, Michael J. Fox isn't just a familiar face from the golden age of 80s television and film. He's a living legend who's turned personal challenge into global change. With a net worth of $65 million, he's done more than build a career. He's built a legacy. It all started with a sharp-tongued teen in a sweater vest. As Alex P. Keaton on Family Ties, Fox made conservative charm look cool, earning laughs and admiration in equal measure. Audiences couldn't get enough of his boy-next-door looks and razor-sharp timing. But it wasn't until 1985 that he hit warp speed. Back to the Future launched him into superstardom as Marty McFly, the time-traveling everyman with a skateboard under his feet and destiny at his heels. Diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in the early 1990s, Fox kept working, kept smiling, and eventually shared his diagnosis with the world. What could have ended a career instead became the start of a new mission. As the symptoms made on camera roles more difficult, Fox pivoted, lending his voice to animated hits, authoring heartfelt memoirs, and stepping into the role of advocate with extraordinary power. Through the Michael J. Fox Foundation, he became a tireless force in the fight against Parkinson's. What began as a deeply personal endeavor has now raised over $300 million for research, accelerating breakthroughs and offering hope to millions. He didn't just raise money. He raised awareness, reshaped public conversation, and inspired scientists and families alike. Michael Andrew Fox, better known to the world as Michael J. Fox, was born on June 9, 1961, in Edmonton, Alberta, a Canadian prairie city a long way from Hollywood, but the starting point for one of the most recognizable careers in entertainment history. His mother, Phyllis, was an actress turned payroll clerk, and his father, William, was a decorated Canadian Forces officer and police officer. With English and Scottish roots and a childhood shaped by frequent moves thanks to his dad's military career, Fox grew up learning to adapt quickly. That skill would serve him well, especially in the world of acting. When the family finally put down roots in Burnaby, a suburb of Vancouver after his father's retirement in 1971, young Michael found himself drawn toward the performing arts. By the age of 15, he was already diving into show business, landing the lead role in a Canadian television series called Leo and Me. Though the show was filmed in 1976, it didn't actually hit the airwaves until 1981, giving the young actor a strange start, famous before he was famous. Still, Michael wasn't content to remain a local talent. Determined to chase bigger dreams, he eventually made his way to the U.S. and landed a part in the 1979 TV movie Letters from Frank, marking his American television debut. But when it came time to officially join the Screen Actors Guild, he hit a peculiar snag. There was already a Michael Fox in the union. Michael A. Fox sounded too self-congratulatory for his taste, and he wasn't a fan of Andrew or Andy either. So he reached into the grab bag of inspiration and pulled out a nod to one of his acting heroes, Michael J. Pollard. And just like that, Michael J. Fox was born, not just in name, but as a persona the world would soon come to know and love. Before he became the time-traveling teen who defined a generation, Fox made his feature film debut in the 1980 comedy Midnight Madness, followed by Class of 1984 in 1982. That same year, everything changed when he landed the role of Alex P. Keaton on NBC's Family Ties. Originally pitched as a show about progressive parents raising kids in Reagan-era America, the show's focus quickly pivoted when audiences fell in love with Fox's whip-smart, briefcase-toting, young Republican teen. Within just 4 episodes, he'd gone from ensemble cast member to the breakout star America couldn't get enough of. At its peak, Family Ties pulled in a third of all U.S. households each week, and Fox walked away with 3 Emmys and a Golden Globe. Then came 1985, the year that would forever link Fox with a DeLorean, a flux capacitor, and the phrase "Great Scott." Back to the Future was already underway with another actor, Eric Stoltz, in the lead role of Marty McFly. But director Robert Zemeckis had his heart set on Fox from the beginning. After Family Ties co-star Meredith Baxter returned from maternity leave, Fox's schedule opened up just enough to squeeze in a second job. Barely. For 2 months straight, he filmed Family Ties by day and Back to the Future by night, often getting only a couple hours of sleep. The sacrifice was monumental, but so were the results. The movie was a runaway success, grossing over $381 million and dominating the box office for 8 straight weekends. Fox earned $500,000 for the first film, about $1.4 million today, and a cool $5 million each for Back to the Future Part 2 and Part 3, which were filmed back-to-back. Altogether, the trilogy brought him $11.4 million and eternal cinematic legend status. But Fox didn't stop at time travel. Throughout the late 80s and early 90s, he headlined a streak of hits and genre experiments, including Teen Wolf, The Secret of My Success, Bright Lights, Big City, and the Vietnam drama Casualties of War. In 1991, around the time he starred in Doc Hollywood, Fox was privately diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a revelation that led to an emotional, career-recalibrating decade. Advised he had about 10 good working years left, he powered through projects like For Love or Money, Life with Mikey, and Greedy, culminating in his final major film role in Peter Jackson's The Frighteners, 1996. Voice acting became a new chapter for Fox, and one where he thrived. He brought warmth and wit to animated favorites like Chance in Homeward Bound, Milo in Disney's Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and of course, the lovable Stuart in the Stuart Little series. Television welcomed him back in 1996 with Spin City, a political sitcom where Fox played a slick but good-hearted deputy mayor. The show earned critical praise and multiple awards before he stepped away after season 4 to focus on managing his health. He made meaningful guest appearances later on in The Good Wife, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Designated Survivor, and The Good Fight, even launching his own semi-autobiographical comedy, The Michael J. Fox Show, in 2013. Outside of acting, Fox found his voice, literally and figuratively, as a best-selling author. His memoirs, Lucky Man, Always Looking Up. A funny thing happened on the way to the future, and no time like the future offer readers an honest, often funny, always human window into his life with Parkinson's, and his unwavering belief in optimism. Michael J. Fox never set out to be a hero. But through decades of entertainment, advocacy, and unfiltered vulnerability, that's exactly what he became. A once-in-a-generation talent who made us laugh, think, and hope, often all at once. The family primarily resides in Manhattan, enjoying the pulse and energy of city life. But they also retreat to a quieter, more relaxed home in Quogue, New York, a charming and historically low-key village in the Hamptons. Purchased in October 2007 for $6.3 million, this second residence serves as an escape from the constant motion of Manhattan and a chance to immerse in the coastal calm and understated luxury that defines the Hamptons. Set on a beautifully landscaped property, the Quogue home reflects classic Hamptons architecture, with weathered shingles, a gabled roofline, and crisp white trim. Surrounded by mature trees and thick hedges, the estate offers a sense of privacy and seclusion without feeling removed. From the outside, it evokes a quiet elegance. Traditional, timeless, and perfectly in tune with its coastal environment. Inside, the home opens up into bright, sun-filled spaces that feel both luxurious and deeply comfortable. Large windows, and French doors let in the natural light and coastal breeze, while wide plank hardwood floors, high ceilings, and neutral tones throughout the interiors contribute to a serene, beachy atmosphere. The living room features a classic wood-burning fireplace and cozy seating areas perfect for relaxed evenings or entertaining close friends. The kitchen is a functional yet beautiful heart of the home, outfitted with high-end appliances, stone countertops, and ample space for cooking family meals or hosting summer dinner parties. There's an easy flow between the kitchen, informal dining nook, and the outdoor living areas, creating a seamless blend between indoor comfort and outdoor charm. Bedrooms are generously sized and designed for rest, many with large windows offering views of the lush greenery or the nearby water. The primary suite is a peaceful retreat, often featuring its own private balcony or terrace, a spa-style bathroom with a soaking tub, and custom walk-in closets. Additional guest rooms provide ample space for friends and family to stay, something especially valuable during the summer months when the Hamptons become a seasonal haven. The outdoor space is where the home truly shines. A large manicured lawn stretches out behind the house, perfect for children's play or a quiet afternoon reading under a tree. A spacious deck or patio area surrounds a heated swimming pool, complete with lounge chairs, umbrellas, and outdoor dining setups ideal for long summer lunches or casual evening barbecues. Some homes in this area even have private pathways to the beach or bay, offering a rare and luxurious direct connection to the water. The Quogue home offers a distinctly different energy from the family's Manhattan residence. While their city home is sleek, fast-paced, and rooted in urban elegance, the Hamptons home provides a counterbalance. Slow mornings, salty air, casual barefoot luxury, and a chance to disconnect from the city's demands. It's the kind of place where days are spent poolside or biking through quiet, shaded streets, and evenings end with dinners under the stars, laughter echoing through the yard. In 1997, Michael J. Fox and his wife Tracy Pollan created a personal haven when they custom-built a 5,000-square-foot home on 72 sprawling acres in the quiet town of Sharon, Connecticut. Nestled in the Litchfield Hills, this property was envisioned not just as a house, but as a retreat, an escape from the noise of city life, and a place where their family could grow and recharge in nature's embrace. With its understated elegance and deep connection to the land around it, the home reflected the couple's values of privacy, warmth, and intentional living. The house itself was designed in a traditional New England style, blending classic architectural elements with modern comfort. From the outside, the home exudes timeless charm, a combination of stone and wood siding, large windows framed by natural surroundings, and a gabled roof that complements the rolling hills beyond. A wide front porch welcomes guests and offers views of the peaceful landscape, fields, trees, and the ever-changing New England sky. Inside, the home unfolds with an open, flowing floor plan that feels both generous and cozy. High ceilings, exposed beams, and hardwood floors run throughout the living areas, giving the interiors a warm, organic texture. Large windows and French doors invite natural light into every room and frame picturesque views of the surrounding land, especially stunning in autumn, when the hills blaze with red and gold foliage. The main living room centers around a classic stone fireplace, perfect for chilly Connecticut evenings. It's a space made for family gatherings and quiet moments alike, with soft furniture, built-in bookcases, and a welcoming ambiance. The adjacent dining room is both formal and intimate, ideal for hosting holiday meals or dinners with friends. The kitchen, designed for both function and family use, features custom cabinetry, professional-grade appliances, and a central island for food prep and casual dining. Every element was chosen with care, striking a balance between rustic charm and contemporary utility. There's also a breakfast nook that looks out over the property, an ideal spot for morning coffee with a view. The home includes multiple bedrooms and bathrooms, each designed with privacy and comfort in mind. The primary suite is a true retreat, offering a spacious bedroom with serene views, a luxurious ensuite bathroom with a soaking tub, and custom-built closets. Guest rooms are equally inviting, making the house a perfect spot for extended family visits or weekends with friends. But perhaps the greatest luxury of the property lies just outside. With 72 acres of land, the estate is a private paradise. Rolling meadows, dense woods, and open skies stretching in every direction. A long driveway winds through the trees before revealing the home, enhancing the sense of seclusion. There are walking trails, gardens, and wide lawns for play and relaxation. Whether enjoying summer afternoons on the porch or snowy walks in winter, the landscape is a constant source of peace and inspiration. In 2016, after nearly 2 decades of ownership and cherished memories, Michael and Tracy listed the property for $4.25 million. A year later, in October 2017, they accepted an offer of $3.9 million. For the new owners, the estate represented more than just a home. It was a place shaped by thoughtfulness and love, infused with the kind of authenticity that only grows over time. The Connecticut retreat remains a reflection of the quiet elegance and family-centered life that defined the years the Fox-Paulin family spent there. While Michael J. Fox is forever linked with the DeLorean DMC-12 from Back to the Future, his personal taste in automobiles goes far beyond the iconic time machine. A blend of timeless classics, sporty coupes, and practical daily drivers, Fox's car collection reflects the same mix of charm, style, and grounded sensibility that defines his on-screen and off-screen persona. Although not part of his personal garage, the DeLorean DMC-12 is inseparable from Michael J. Fox's image. As Marty McFly, he helped catapult this stainless steel sports car into pop culture legend. With its gull-wing doors and futuristic design, the DeLorean became more than a car. It became a symbol of time travel, nostalgia, and 80s cool. While Fox never owned one personally, the car remains an iconic touchstone of his career. Among the vehicles Fox did own, the Mercedes 560 SL stands out as a favorite. This classic roadster from the late 1980s and early 90s is the epitome of refined luxury and understated performance. With its V8 engine, elegant lines, and removable hardtop, the 560 SL matched Fox's personal style. Sleek, sophisticated, and never over the top. It's a car beloved by collectors and enthusiasts alike, known for its blend of comfort and class. Fox has also mentioned owning a Ferrari, although the specific model hasn't been publicly confirmed. Whatever the variant, a Ferrari in any form signals a moment of indulgence in pure performance and prestige. For an actor whose roles often emphasized heart over flash, the Ferrari marks an intriguing, if understated, chapter in his collection, perhaps a nod to enjoying the fruits of success while keeping the details private. A Range Rover in Fox's collection aligns perfectly with his practical yet upscale sensibility. Known for their luxurious interiors and off-road prowess, Range Rovers are as comfortable in the mountains as they are on Hollywood streets. It's a versatile, capable SUV that offers both refinement and ruggedness, ideal for someone navigating both the demands of family life and public life. The inclusion of a Jeep Cherokee speaks to Fox's down-to-earth nature. A sturdy, reliable SUV, the Cherokee offered everyday usability with off-road capabilities, especially in its heyday during the 1980s and 90s. It was a favorite among American families and outdoor enthusiasts alike, suggesting that for Fox, function and familiarity mattered just as much as prestige. Sporty and sharp, the Nissan 300ZX reflects Fox's appreciation for performance with a touch of flair. A staple of 90s Japanese automotive excellence, the 300ZX offered turbocharged power, agile handling, and head-turning design. For a star who came of age in the turbocharged world of 80s and 90s pop culture, it's a fitting piece of the puzzle. One of the most memorable cars associated with Michael J. Fox is the 1956 Porsche 356 Speedster, famously featured in Docu, Hollywood. Whether or not it was a permanent part of his personal garage, the car remains a symbol of classic Hollywood cool. With its low-slung profile, minimalist interior, and vintage styling, the Speedster is a favorite among collectors. Its use in the film only added to its mystique, and to Fox's association with tasteful, timeless vehicles. While he'll always be linked to the DeLorean in the eyes of fans, the rest of his collection quietly reinforces what admirers already know. Michael J. Fox is cool not because he tries to be, but because he just is. In 1991, while still basking in the glow of one of the most successful acting careers of the 1980s and early 90s, Michael J. Fox received news that would completely reroute the trajectory of his life. A diagnosis of Parkinson's disease at just 29 years old. At first, he did what many would. He tried to outrun it, keep it quiet, pretend it wasn't happening. But after 7 years of denial and self-medication, he did something far braver. He stopped hiding and began speaking out, turning one of the most challenging moments of his life into a platform for change. That shift became the spark for the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research, now the largest nonprofit funder of Parkinson's research in the world. With its mission laser-focused on finding a cure, the foundation has raised over $1 billion and counting. Fox didn't just lend his name to the cause, he became its most passionate, persuasive voice. His first memoir, Lucky Man, traces this transformation. The slow acceptance of his diagnosis, the decision to quit drinking, and his commitment to advocacy. It's not a sob story. It's a manifesto of optimism and purpose. And that purpose eventually led him straight into the political spotlight. In 2006, Fox appeared in a now famous campaign ad supporting Missouri Senate candidate Claire McCaskill, who championed embryonic stem cell research. The ad was raw, unfiltered. Fox, clearly affected by his Parkinson's tremors, looked directly into the camera and made his case. What you do in Missouri matters to millions of Americans. Americans. Like me. The response was seismic. The New York Times called it one of the most powerful political ads in years, and voters took notice. McCaskill won. He dove deeper into advocacy in his second book, Always Looking Up. The Adventures of an Incurable Optimist, exploring a decade of his life shaped by family, activism, and a relentless belief in the possibility of progress. In 2009, he even turned his outlook into a primetime TV special, Adventures of an Incurable Optimist, and discussed it all with Oprah and Dr. Mehmet Oz on national television. That same spirit earned him a spot on Time magazine's list of the 100 people transforming the world in 2007. The accolades followed: an honorary doctorate in medicine from Sweden's Karolinska Institute, another in law from the University of British Columbia, and yet another from the Justice Institute of British Columbia, where he once acted in police training role plays as a young, unknown performer. Even his fundraising efforts took on epic scale. In 2016, Fox teamed up with Nike to auction off the iconic self-lacing shoes from Back to the Future Part 2, raising $6.75 million for Parkinson's research in a single campaign. He may have traded time travel for real-world impact, but the results were no less extraordinary. As the years passed, the disease grew more demanding. His fourth book, No Time Like the Future, An Optimist Considers Mortality, 2020, faced the future head-on. It's more grounded, more reflective, a book by a man who's no longer racing the clock, but learning to live well with its limits. In 2022, the Academy honored him with the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award for his groundbreaking work fighting Parkinson's. Woody Harrelson, a longtime friend, presented the award, and the room rose in applause. not just for an actor, but for a life lived with courageous purpose. By 2023, Fox opened up even more. In an interview with Jane Pauley on CBS Sunday Morning, he admitted, "I'm not gonna lie, it's getting harder. Every day it's tougher." He talked about spinal surgery, falls, broken bones. He didn't sugarcoat the struggle, but he didn't back down from it either. And in 2024, he was once again recognized by Time magazine, this time on their list of the most influential people in health. More than 3 decades after his diagnosis, Michael J. Fox continues to shape how we understand disease, resilience, and hope. Michael J. Fox met the love of his life not in some far-off exotic place, but right on the set of Family Ties. Tracy Pollan played Ellen, the girlfriend of Fox's character, and as the cameras rolled, a real romance quietly sparked behind the scenes. That fictional love story became reality when the two tied the knot on July 16, 1988, at a charming inn in Arlington, Vermont. Over the years, they've built a life filled with resilience, laughter, and 4 children, 1 son and 3 daughters, anchored by a bond that's weathered fame, illness, and everything in between. Their journey took them across a variety of homes and hometowns. Just before their wedding, Fox bought an estate in South Woodstock, Vermont, called Lottery Hill Farm. Years later, the couple would call the Upper East Side of Manhattan their primary home after purchasing a Fifth Avenue apartment in 1997. By 2016, they had also built a home in Sharon, Connecticut, and kept a place in Quogue, New York, where they rode out the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic in relative quiet. In 2021, Fox and Pollan traded the East Coast for the West, settling in Santa Barbara before relocating to Malibu. Their residences changed with the times, but their family foundation remained firm. In addition to being a dual citizen, he became a U.S. citizen in 2000 while proudly maintaining his Canadian roots. Fox never hesitated to celebrate his heritage. During the 2010 Winter Olympics closing ceremony in Vancouver, he beamed with pride over his Canadian identity, even adding a touch of humor to the occasion. That same year, the city of Burnaby, British Columbia, where he grew up, honored him with the freedom of the city. Fox has occasionally stepped into the political spotlight, backing Pete Buttigieg in the 2020 U.S. presidential race and famously supporting stem cell research during a 2006 Senate campaign that drew national attention. But politics was never a platform for personal gain. It was always a means of amplifying voices, especially those battling Parkinson's disease, a fight that became Fox's defining mission. The first signs came in 1991 while filming Doc Hollywood. It started small: a twitching finger, a sore shoulder, barely a whisper of what was to come. But the diagnosis was clear: early-onset Parkinson's. The news was devastating. Fox spiraled into drinking and depression until, in 1992, he reached out for help and began the long road toward sobriety and acceptance. By 1998, he was ready to go public, revealing his condition and turning his personal battle into a global call to action. What followed was the creation of the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. With bold ambition and heart, the foundation was established not just to support those living with the disease, but to chase a cure through science. Since 2010, it has spearheaded the $100 million Parkinson's Progression Markers Initiative, PPMI, a groundbreaking observational study to uncover the biological fingerprints of the disease. Managing his own symptoms became a balance of art and science. Fox has undergone a thalamotomy and uses medications like carbidopa, levodopa, to cope with the illness. But he's candid about the trade-offs, especially the side effects, like dyskinesia, the uncontrollable movements that come from over-medicating. He once explained in a 2002 NPR interview that during public appearances or interviews, he often chooses to appear while experiencing dyskinesia rather than the more debilitating pure symptoms of Parkinson's, because it allows him to speak and function "You sit across from Larry King," he quipped, "and see if you want to tempt it." He's never shied away from showing what Parkinson's really looks like. In 1999, when testifying before a Senate subcommittee, he made the deliberate decision not to take his medication beforehand. He wanted lawmakers to see, not just hear, the urgency of the cause. Fox has openly speculated about the origins of his illness, pointing to everything from fishing near polluted rivers to government-contaminated crops in the 70s. Interestingly, he's not alone. Several others involved in his early Canadian show, Leo and Me, also developed Parkinson's. It's not enough to be declared a medical cluster, but it adds a chilling layer of mystery to his journey. Through it all, Fox's life has remained a masterclass in perseverance and purpose. Whether raising his family, sharing his story through 4 memoirs, including Lucky Man, Always Looking Up, and No Time Like the Future, or raising over $1 billion for research, he's transformed private struggle into public momentum. In 2022, the Academy honored his efforts with the Jean Hirschholt Humanitarian Award, a lifetime achievement in empathy, presented by his friend Woody Harrelson. And in 2024, Time magazine once again recognized his influence, this time in the realm of health. Now in his 60s, Fox acknowledges that life with Parkinson's isn't getting easier. In a 2023 interview with Jane Pauley, he said frankly, "I'm not gonna lie, it's getting harder." He's suffered multiple injuries and undergone spinal surgery for a benign tumor, but even in these admissions, there's a current of grit. He's not looking for pity. He's offering an honest window into life's unpredictability, and the choice to keep going anyway. Michael J. Fox's story isn't just about a famous actor facing down a devastating diagnosis. It's about what we do with the cards we're dealt. It's about taking pain and reshaping it into purpose. And it's about believing, no matter how tough it gets, that optimism still has a place in the fight.